Welcome to Mystic Muse Tarot. I'm Chandana, and today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for your current situation, your career and finances, your love life, your health, and overall general messages. Before I start, I'd like you to know that these are general messages and not everything may apply. So please take what resonates. Do know that this is a timeless card reading, and whenever you have stumbled on this video, you have been guided by the universe to see messages in here specifically meant to reach out to you. As you make your choice, take a few deep breaths and see which pile you feel drawn to. I have 3 piles here for you today. Pile number 1, which has the pink lily, pile number 2, which has the white lily, and pile number 3, which has the yellow lily. Once you've made your choice, skip ahead to the timestamps mentioned below in the description box to see what guidance and wisdom the universe has for you today. Let's get started. Hi Group 1, so you're the group that picked the card with the pink lily. So let's look at what messages you have for today. So we'll start with your tarot cards. So you have the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the King of Swords. So what I'm getting here is that you seem to have faced some kind of betrayal. Somebody that you really trusted has left you midway, and you don't know how to move forward anymore. You feel stuck, you feel like you've hit a dead end, and you're not quite sure what went wrong or why it went wrong, because this person seemed to be very trustworthy initially. They managed to convince you to take these steps, and you seem to have taken a road in which you didn't know much about, and you just did it because the person convincing you had knowledge and experience about this, and they gave you the assurance that everything will be fine, and they're always there, and they know how to navigate this through, and they only wanted your support. So you said okay, and you went ahead with it. And now all of a sudden, in the midst of it, they've just left, leaving you totally betrayed. Also, I'm sensing that you're feeling very angry. You're really angry right now. Like you could tear this person apart. And I know it's only natural to feel that way, because this betrayal could have been in any form. It could be a business partner, it could be maybe a love interest, or it could be a colleague and you were working on a certain project together. So I do sense that you're feeling very, very angry, and I can't say that don't feel angry, but I can say that, don't lash out aggressively without gathering your facts first. Okay, so don't do that. You have a lot of things to think about. Also, I'm getting that before this happened, you did somewhere get a gut instinct telling you either about the situation or this person. You did have skeptical thoughts at some point, before coming together with this person on this project or on this new path or whatever it is that you were doing, and you chose to overlook that. So what I'm trying to say is that you did have the wisdom, you did know, and you overlooked it. So this could be a consequence of not listening to your gut and not listening to your intuitive self. But you don't have to feel completely disheartened. It's not the end of the road for you, even though it looks like. You need to know that you do have the wisdom and the power and the energy to get back up on your feet, and don't allow this situation and this person to completely throw you and your life off balance. Okay, you have a lot of contemplation to do. You should know that you are a very, very strong person. And also, what you need to know right now is that this person may not come back. So, you have to walk the road ahead alone. Also, I'm getting that this betrayal can be a partial betrayal also. So what I mean when I say a partial betrayal is that, suppose you had your other partner, or whoever it is, your colleague, your business partner, your love interest, initially before starting out on this journey, they promised that they would share equal responsibility, in this journey. And now for some reason they're not doing that, which means that all of the load, all of the responsibility, everything has now landed on your shoulders, and you feel extremely burdened. So that could also mean that this person is not going to continue to share this responsibility and this burden with you like they were before. So you're going to have to you're going to have to bear all of it on your own. And for some of you, where the betrayal has been, where the person has left you hanging midway in the dead end, in the dark, they may not be coming back. And now, if you wish to walk further on this road, you're going to have to do it alone. But what you need to know is that you do have the wisdom, you do have the guidance, you do have the strength, most importantly, to go ahead with this. You can still carry on with that dream, that vision that you had in your mind, that this person had convinced you with all their flowery language and their words, and they seemed so knowledgeable about what they were talking. And they knew they had the entire map in front of them. They knew where to go, how to take it, what to do, all of these things. But you need to know that even without this person, you can still move ahead. You can still have those dreams. You can still manifest those visions. So don't feel disheartened. Okay, group one. So this is what I'm getting for you, that this is currently your situation, and it really makes me sad that all of you are so disheartened and feeling so betrayed. The feeling of betrayal is never pleasant, but know that you can fight this darkness out. Okay, so let's go on and see some more cards that you have, not necessarily regarding this situation, but at this time, what is it that you need to know? So let's look at a couple of more cards that are talking about what you need to analyze about yourself. What is it that you need to do or need to improve within yourself? It could be with regards to this situation, it could be in general, it could be anything. So let's look at that. Okay, so the next set of cards you have is Take Time Out, the One, the Shaman, and the Queen. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that you guys are always stuck in this battle between your head and your heart and your gut. You don't know what to listen to. There's so much of confusion going on in yourselves that sometimes, even though the answer is in front of you, you don't know that this is the way forward or this is what you have to do. Okay, also I'm getting that sometimes you do have a little bit of ego that comes into your way. Okay, so please keep a check on that. I'm getting a lot of stuck energy, like not moving forward, stagnation, and what I need you to know is that you have to learn to take the time out. You need a lot of time to do some self reflection, on yourself and what is it that you want. You need to look for answers within yourself and not keep counseling or looking at other people all the time. It could be, and these could all be people you love. It could be your mother and your wife, it could be between your head and your heart, it could be between a friend and somebody in your family, a cousin. But what you need to know is that for some reason you've always been in the soup because you listen to somebody or the other, but what you're ignoring is your own voice. So please don't do that. Okay. And these are all very strong. When you talk about people and you say, some people lead with their head, some people lead with their heart, and some people lead with their gut. So you need to sit and find out, look at your past experience, reflect a little bit, see every time when you've listened to your head what has happened, when you've taken the advice of your heart what has happened, when you've taken the advice and wisdom of your gut or your inner voice what has happened. So guys, group 1, you really have some reflecting to do, and I can see that overlapping here because you have the King of Swords. And you also got the brown bear spirit, which is also saying take time out. So probably, you're taking too many risks right now. Don't take risks. Don't take any moves without not just looking at facts and figures and looking at the people, but also seeing what your own mind, your heart, and your gut has to say regarding the situation. Don't make any hasty moves because it all seems so convincing. Everything always seems convincing. Everybody seems believable. But, you're the only thing that'll be able to tell you the truth between what is lying and what is saying the truth is if you look within. Okay? So you have to do a lot of study. You have to apply that, and then you have to take a decision, and that's going to happen with a lot of past reflections that you're going to do. Okay, so on a self level, on a level that you need for yourself, this is what you should be working on. Okay. If you want to move out of this stuck energy, guys, you've got to do the reflecting. Okay, you have to stop having self-limiting beliefs, okay, that you can't do something or you're not capable of doing something. If that was the case, nobody would have approached you, nobody would have come towards you with a proposal or with a project or with a way to move forward. Nobody would want to hold your hand, if they didn't think you were strong enough. And they do believe. So when they believe that you have the strength, you have what it takes to go ahead, why are you questioning yourself? Please don't do that. And if you look towards yourself, look inwards, you will also avoid these situations, which is causing this betrayal, which is causing abandonment, leaving you hanging in the middle. You don't know what to do, you're hitting dead ends, you've started something, you don't know how to finish it. All of this is going to go away if you just sit and talk to yourself. This is a time to have a conversation with yourself. Okay, guys? So now let's look at what's happening in terms of your career or your wealth right now. Okay, so I have a couple of more cards. So I have traveling, lovers, and the fool. Okay, just going to move these on the side. Okay, so like I was saying, as far as your career goes, you don't, or your wealth is, your finances are, you don't have to be disheartened, okay? There is going to be movement, there's going to be a lot of movement in your life. And if you're worried about, will I get there, will I climb, will I succeed, am I going to make it, the answer is yes, yes, yes. You are going to do all of that. Everything is going to happen for you, but you have to put in hard work towards it, and it's not going to come so easy. It is going to be difficult, with every step that you take. I don't mean to say there's difficulty every step of the way, but it isn't going to be a walk in the park. If you want to climb a mountain, well, at some point the altitude is going to dip, the oxygen is going to get a little lower, the climb is going to become a little harder. There's not going to be great foothold, and you're going to have to navigate and cling through all of that. Okay, so this is as far as your career is. Your career, there is growth for you. Even for now, if you feel like, nothing is moving forward, it's just a temporary phase. Okay, and learn to trust in the universe, trust in what is there in store for you. Stop this, negative thinking, negative counseling that you keep doing with yourself. Please don't do all of that. Okay, you have a long way ahead. So if you're going to go ahead with this negative thought pattern, and self-limiting beliefs, it's going to be even more harder for you to get ahead. Okay, also, what I'm getting right now is, don't take too many risks. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, and do what you know and what you love best. I'm going to repeat this again, guys. Do what you know best and do what you love best. Okay, that is where you are going to see yourself shine. You're going to see the success that you wanted. You're going to see the growth. You're going to have the growth that you've always wanted. Okay, don't get into things that you know nothing of. Okay, don't let people convince you into something you don't know or something you don't like doing, and you're just doing it for the heck of it. So don't do that. Okay, because if you do that, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. Also, what I'm getting for you guys in terms of your business, your finances, your career is, please keep work and pleasure separate. Do not mix the two. I'm going to repeat this again. Do not mix business and pleasure. You guys seem to have a tendency of constantly doing that. Okay, don't do that. Just because you love somebody, you may love them and all that, but please keep these two things into separate departments. All right, so you do have a lot of opportunities coming your way, and you can start something new. What I would also say is, please don't go with partnerships. Partnerships are not favorable for you at this time. Okay, so don't get into any kind of partnerships. If you're doing something, do it alone. Go the entrepreneurial way. If you're taking up projects, please don't involve any more colleagues. Look if you can do something on your own. That is the best way forward. Okay, you have to use your head and you have to work hard to get where you want to get, and you seem to be getting carried away very easily with people. Do not do that. Okay, keep business and pleasure separate. Work hard in your work. Do what you love. Work in something or towards something that you have a genuine interest in. If you're finding something that doesn't interest you, or you feel like you're putting your feet into something that you don't know of, please abstain from doing all of these things. Okay, so you do have the necessary resources for you to go ahead and achieve your dreams and your aspirations. You don't need anything more than what you already have. If this is what you're thinking, I would like to correct you here. Okay, so don't feel like what you have isn't enough. You do have, and the most important thing here is please pay attention to your gut. Your gut has been in the past and still is giving you warning bells about, when you're putting the wrong foot forward, or somebody around you is not right. Please don't ignore your inner wisdom. Okay, this is what you need to know, because you seem to be getting carried away very easily. Don't be fooled by other people. Okay, so you don't have to worry about any of this. Also, let's look at some more cards for your career. There, see, you even have an oracle card which says that you can achieve any dream that you dream. You have the vision, you have what it takes, and the world is full of possibilities for you. You don't have to worry about where the opportunity will come from. What you need to know is that if you take the first step and if you take the initiative, the universe is definitely going to make sure and fulfill your visions and your dreams. Okay, but you have to use your wisdom. Please don't make rash decisions, erratic decisions, hasty decisions. Gather your facts, figures, look at what your head, heart, and intuition are telling you before you move forward. Also, for you, I'm getting that, being solo is what would work best for you right now. Okay? So take the time out, sit, think, look at what is it that you want to do. Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? What has happened in the past? And put everything together and put the pieces together and see what is happening ultimately. Okay, so this is what you have for your wealth or your career and your finances. If you straighten all of this out, I'm sure that you will find yourself in a much better place soon enough. Okay. Let's look at what you have for health today. There you go. See, this is what I've been saying this whole reading, that you need to sit, you need to reflect, you need to calm yourself down. Okay. So if you do the necessary reflection, you are going to shine as bright as a star and you have nothing stopping you in your way. And if you are looking for help, please feel free to look at someone to help you do the reflecting. Perhaps you can go to a therapist or a counselor or somebody who can help you, move out of this stagnation, help you clear your mind and feel a little more at ease. Okay? Guys, when I'm talking about health, I'm not necessarily talking about your physical health or a physical ailment. When I refer to health, I'm referring to your emotional and mental and spiritual state of being, okay, which is what is causing all this mess in your life. So if you don't address this, it's only going to get messier and it's only going to get more chaotic in your life. Okay, you definitely need to calm down. Okay, guys, please calm down. Okay, and this stress and this anxiety and this pessimism that you're having is triggering whatever physical condition you have. It is blowing all the symptoms out of proportion. You could be falling sick very often, you could be getting a cold, you could be getting a fever, you could be getting headaches or migraines. Okay, you're probably having sleepless nights. So you have to learn to heal yourself. Okay, and this state of mind is not good for you. I would say start with with some kind of a meditation, or meditation doesn't mean sit in a corner and, think about, see what thoughts are there, or don't think of anything. Meditation can also be doing something you love, draw, paint, do something that gives your mind a break for some time. And meditation is also self reflection, guys. So when you start reflecting within yourself, looking at why things happened a certain way, why were you drawn to something, what happened, what was the reason, why did it make you feel that way, that is when you start, detangling the knots in your head and in your heart. So please start doing that. Of everything, you need to give yourself most importance. Okay, so please spend time with yourself rather than, squandering your energies everywhere else and suffering, as a result. So please make sure on a daily basis you do spend time with yourself, and please be gentle with yourself. We're all human, everybody makes mistakes, even you would have made some mistakes. Okay, so be gentle with yourself, forgive yourself for whatever has happened, and learn from your past experiences. Okay, now we're going to move in to what you need to know as far as your love life is concerned. So I'll put these aside. Okay, you have trust, you have gratitude, reconciliation, and true love. Okay. Okay, guys. So, what I'm getting is for some of you, you have a lot of trust issues. Now, I get that because, you did get betrayal. So, you seem to have faced issues in the past, and you're not able to trust anybody right now. Okay, and this mistrust and distrust is what is, sorry guys, is what is causing your relationships to break. Okay, and for some of you who are single, you need to know that if you do trust in the universe and you do have a positive outlook, then you will find the partner, the kind of partner or the kind of companion that you want to find. For those of you that are in a relationship, I think you should start trusting each other more. Sit, talk to each other about whatever it is. Okay, and be happy for the kind of person that you are with. Don't keep looking outside of your relationship, because every relationship has its ups and downs. So be thankful for what you have, and don't compare yourself, your partner, the relationship that you're in with other relationships and other people. Okay, for some of you, I'm getting that you did love somebody very deeply in the past, and that person might come back into your life again, and that person, you felt like that person was your true love. So there is a chance that this person might come back into your life. Also, what I'm getting is, if that person doesn't come back into your life, somebody with a similar nature might walk into your life again. Okay, so as far as love is, this is what is, guys, you really have to work on trust. Okay, either you have trust issues with the other person, or the other person is not able to trust you, or if you're single, you're not able to trust that the universe is going to bring you the kind of person that you want to be with. Okay, so stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive, and attract what you want to attract. Okay, guys, and let's look at some more additional messages that you have. So you have a bridge, you have boat, and you have the month of May. Okay, so what I want you to know is that, like I said, overall, it looks like whatever has been broken in the past, whatever has been overlooked, in the near future, you will be able to overcome those problems. You will be able to mend those relationships. And if they are relationships or situations that you can't mend, you will be able to move past them. So I don't see any stagnation in your lives anymore. Okay. And what I'm also getting is that some of you may have, a lot of money coming your way, and you don't have to worry about your finances. But the ship can only go as far as the person sailing it. So if you are not strong and you don't believe you are strong enough, that entire ship can wreck. So please be careful, because you are the captain of your ship. You are responsible for where you take your life. Okay, and whatever it is that you want, you will get everything. The universe is going to provide you with whatever it is that you need. Okay, so stop worrying about the future. Stop worrying about if you're going to get there, what's going to happen next. Believe in yourself and believe in what you have, and know that everything is enough and you are strong enough. Okay, and for some of you, the month of May carry some significance. I'm saying that maybe after the month of May, or in the month of May, is when all this stagnation will stop and everything will sort of start flowing in your life. You will start flowing, so you don't have to worry about anything, guys. Just hang in there. Okay, and believe in yourself. So that's all I have for you today, Group 1. I hope you liked this reading, and please do let me know in the comment section how you liked the reading, what parts resonated for you, and do like this video and subscribe to my channel for more pick a card readings. And you can also follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this reading helped you a lot and will help you improve your life better. Take care. Bye bye. Hi, Group 2. So, you are the group that has picked the second pile, the pile with the white lily. Okay, let's see what cards are there for you today. Okay, we'll start with your tarot cards. You have the Five of Cups, the Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Emperor. Okay. So what I'm getting for you today, guys, is that you guys let go of something that you really loved, something that you really put your heart and soul in, and for some reason you've had to let it go, and you started over. And even though you started over, you started a new beginning. You seem to be very disappointed with what you have right now. You don't feel like, anything that you're getting seems to be giving you that kind of joy or that kind of happiness that you had before over here, And also, I'm sensing that you have given yourself a lot emotionally, You've really put yourself out there. You've been very understanding, very flexible, very accommodating, very warm, and you're also a very emotional person, and you've always been putting yourself out there for other people. And now, what it looks like is that even though you've had a new beginning, you've let go of your past sorrows or your past emotional hurt, you started again, but life seems to have disappointed you again. It seems to be going into the same loop over and over again. And right now you've come into a space where you just want to be to yourself, and you don't want to give anymore. You're tired of giving and giving and giving and not receiving anything anymore. So you've come to a point where you're holding your center, and you're not allowing anything or anyone to cause you any more pain that you did feel in the past, because you gave so much but you didn't seem to get uh, you know in equal amounts. I mean, there was no balance. There was an imbalance in I'm sensing, in your relationships, or with your equation with people around you. You're tired. You're so tired of making an offering all the time, and and now you're feeling rejected. You feel rejected all the time. Every time you make an effort, you make all the effort, you make an offering, you put yourself out there, and what you get from the opposite end is rejection. You feel very rejected, and sometimes you're not getting what you want, even though you're giving the other person or the situation what it needs and what it requires. Something doesn't seem to be fulfilling enough for you. You don't seem to have that level of fulfillment that you wanted, you know and you always thought, you did whatever you did, you thought that was right. And you are right in thinking that way when you feel that, I only acted out of my best interest and for myself, and more than yourself, for others. And despite you having done all that, you feel unacknowledged. You feel like nobody thanked you for it. You feel like it wasn't it wasn't reciprocated. So right now you've just gone into your own little shelf, your own little cocoon. And I would say that this time it is a very great thing that you have done to sort of go into your shell and find the strength, because you were not wrong. This is what I want to tell you, group 2, that whatever you did, it was not wrong. You did everything you could. You gave as much as you could. You were as understanding. You did everything to the best of your potential and your abilities. So please don't feel bad about where you are right now. You have every right to keep your power within you and not giving it out to anybody else. I know you're currently feeling very negative. You're feeling very 6 feet under, and you feel like you're going through a change which is not very pleasant at the moment. And you don't seem to be comfortable at all with in your current situation, and with the people around you. So there's so much of discomfort right now. But what I want you to know is that you can have everything under your control as far as yourself is concerned. Don't let anybody steal your power. Don't let anybody tell you what to do, what not to do. And you don't have to go out of your way to give to a certain person or a situation. A balance is all about giving and getting back. And if you feel that you have not been getting back, then you have every right to stop giving and to keep your energy within you, and not allow external factors, external people, external situations from draining you out like this. Okay. And also what I'm getting is you are now really getting to the depths of your soul and seeing and feeling things that you have not told anybody, things that you have maybe not confronted yourself also. And I want you to stay in this space and explore yourself a little more. I know it can be a little painful, and it must be painful right now, because you're so depleted of love, you're so depleted of emotions, that you need to replenish everything back. Okay, so this is what is happening as far as your situation is going on, group 2. I understand your pain, and I understand what you are going through. So please stay in your energy, and don't allow people to push you around or bend you towards their whims and fancies, or their conveniences. You should stand in your zone and know that you are strong enough to take a stand for yourself, to say no to things, to say no to people, to situation, to circumstances. You need to stay in that energy, because you are wise, you do have the wisdom, you do have the knowledge. So you don't have to feel like that you're helpless. You may be feeling very let down, you may be feeling very disappointed at the moment, but you don't need to continue to feel that way, because you can rise in your own power. Okay, group 2, so this is what I need you to know. Let's also look at what is happening in yourself right now. What do you need to work on as far as yourself is concerned? What do you need to look on inside, although you are constantly diving down already? So what I'm sensing now, guys, is that you need to go through a sort of internal healing. Okay, you need to allow your pain to wash away. Okay, and I'm also getting that you need to figure out first for yourself, what is it that you really want. Because if you don't know what you want, you're constantly going to keep attracting things that are draining you, and that are sucking out your energies. So pay attention to what you want, and be gentle with yourself, and love yourself selflessly. This is a time to send the love inward. All these years or these days, you've only kept other people, other things before you, everybody else's needs before your needs. So this is a time where you love yourself first. This doesn't mean you have to be selfish, but you can be selfless with loving yourself also. Because if you are not replenished with love, you won't have any more love to give. And you're going to feel a sense of emptiness that is there. Okay? And stay connected to your wisdom, to your truth, to what you believe in, because all of it is right. Even if someone is telling you differently, then you don't get swayed by them. Okay, and stay in your light. Also know that sometimes that there is no need for you to get to the bottom of every situation, because what's going to happen with every time you try to get to the bottom of every situation is that you're only going to get more and more exhausted. What is going to happen once you uncover the truth? What is going to happen once you find out everything? Is that truly helping you? Is that making you feel like you can have a better understanding of things? Is that going to make you change your stance, is what I'm asking you. If you feel that you were right from the beginning, and what you're doing right, or where you are is in the right place, sometimes you don't always have to take that deep dive. You can stand your ground and allow other things to work its way around you, because you know when and where to be flexible, you know. So you don't have to push yourself too hard, and at the same time, you don't have to allow other people to push you. And approach life with a childlike attitude, not childish but childlike, with that same innocence. It's a difficult thing when your heart is hurting, but don't lose that aspect of yourself, that very beautiful aspect of yourself, that you always approach life with a sense of newness, a sense of innocence, and a sense of freshness. Okay, so keep your inner child alive, and continue to fall in love with things that have always mesmerized you, always fascinated you, always given you that sense of awe and wonder, and keep yourself connected to your light, because that is what is guiding you. Okay, so that's what I would say in terms of what you need to work on with yourself. Give yourself time, allow yourself time to heal. Get away when you need to, so that nobody's interfering in the way you feel or making you feel a certain way. Because the time for healing is, sometimes when you need to be away from a certain situation or a person or a circumstance. So don't hesitate to take that break if you really need to. And if you feel like indulging in something which makes you feel a lot more spiritual, then go ahead and do that. It could be anything. It could be doing yoga or some meditation, or it could be visiting a particular place that you like. It could be staying in nature and connecting with nature, and allowing the breeze to wash away your tensions or your stress or your feelings. Allow yourself to do all of that. Engage in these kind of activities to help you heal much faster. Okay, guys, so this is the reading and the message for your self analysis. Let's look at what is in store for you in terms of your wealth. So you have flowering, and you have compromise, and you have the Queen. So what I'm sensing here, guys, is that now is a great time for you to plant any new seeds, anything that you're thinking of doing, or starting something that you had in your mind for a very long time. This is a very good time for you to start doing that. And also make sure that you're not over compromising with your skills, with your talents, with what you're giving. Make sure that there is a balance in this, and you're not overdoing something and you feel like you aren't being compensated enough, or you aren't being acknowledged enough, or you aren't getting paid enough for what you're doing. Don't get into that kind of situation, because people seem to be taking more from you than they're supposed to. Okay, guys, so this is a warning. So even when it comes to your finances, your wealth, your career, don't give out more than you are supposed to. Okay, you can also have, if you've been thinking of doing some sort of a side business, if you have a job and you wish to start a new business, then please feel free to start that also. This is a good time to start something on the side and work with what you have. Uh, you should use all your resources to the best of your abilities. What I'm also getting is that you can make a lot of new connections. You can connect with people, and you for your work and to build your side business or a new business that you've been thinking about. Some of you are also feeling that you haven't been paid enough, or you're not getting that raise or that promotion that you were due to get. And somewhere you're feeling very dissatisfied as far as your workplace is concerned. So if you're feeling like that, I don't advise you leaving your job instantly, but you can look at other sources of income for yourself. Also, you are very good with people, so if you are looking at working with somebody in networking, or you want to work with something that nurtures people, this would be a great line for you to get into. In terms of business or investments, a few compromises, or with yourself you will have to make a few compromises. But you should know that whatever compromises you make for yourself, I'm going to repeat, for yourself, not for others, when you make these compromises, you will see something yielding. Make sure that these compromises are only for yourself and not towards others. This is a very clear indication as far as your wealth is concerned. Please don't allow your money and your finances to take a back seat because of other people and their needs. All right, guys, for some reason I keep seeing that you have always, you maybe you haven't even worked, or you quit your job to care for the family, or you left something for somebody else. Probably you quit a particular job and moved to a different place for someone else, and now things are not that great for you. So I would like to say that any more compromises that you are making for people, which is leading to a backseat in your wealth, in your finances, please stop making those compromises right now. Okay, and for once, you can think for yourself. You can think about what is it that you want. Even you have dreams, you have aspirations, and nobody can stop you from achieving them. Nobody can stop you from doing what you want to do. You are absolutely entitled and empowered to do that. Okay, and you already have, you've known something for a very long time in terms of work, is something you've been very passionate about, but for some reason you haven't been able to manifest it. You haven't been able to bring that about. You haven't been able to execute it. So this is a go ahead green signal for you to now put into action whatever it is that you've been wanting to put into action. Okay, guys, so this is as far as your career and wealth and finance reading is concerned. So now let's look at what you have in terms of health. Guys, when I'm talking about health, I'm not necessarily talking about your physical health, like a physical ailment in your body. I'm referring to your mental and emotional and spiritual state of being. So, group 2, what I want you to know is that, allow your heart to heal. Okay, and do things that you love, because when you do things that you love, you're really coming into your zone. And spend time in nature. What I'm seeing here is that you all need a lot of emotional healing. Stop allowing people to tell you what to do, what not to do anymore. Okay, and know that what you have in your heart is right, and you have not wronged anybody. What you have done is not wrong, but standing up and fighting for what you want and how you feel is absolutely right. Okay, guys, so please take some time out, spend time with the people you love, spend time in nature. If you like having pets or something that is de-stressing you. Please spend time with these kind of things. Don't allow any more toxicity to enter your life. Don't allow any more negative people to be a part of your life. And if they are in your life and there's nothing you can do about it, then just don't just ignore that. Don't stop it from interfering into your life. Set some boundaries for yourself. Okay, so that's it you have for your health reading. Let's look at what's happening in your love life. So you have attraction, you have past lives, stress, and innocence. Alright, guys, I'm getting that you have a lot of emotional pain, a past emotional pain that you've gone through, and it's terribly stressing you out. You feel defensive right now. And I'm also sensing that for some of you, your past relationships have not been very good. So, what I would like to say is that please stop getting into more relationships. Sit down, think about what you want, understand yourself better, because otherwise you're going to turn into this magnet that only keeps attracting things that you don't want, and then they cause you emotional trauma and pain and stress, and then you're a terrible mess emotionally. Okay, so don't do that. You have to learn to enjoy your own self first. Learn to enjoy the person that you are. Learn to love yourself fully. Accept yourself also the way you are. So when somebody else walks into your life, they're not able to change who you are. Okay, guys? And I'm also sensing for some of you that your relationship is very stressed. Okay, so now this stress is because you are not spending enough time with each other, you have not spoken enough with each other, you haven't cleared things out. The dark clouds are still there. So please sit down and have a heart to heart chat with your partner or your love interest and remove all this stress. Okay, clean out your energies. And also, for those of you who are single, focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. And have the faith and belief that you will get the kind of person that you want. But as of now, I see you being with yourself more, because you have a lot going on in your own life. For some of you, you feel like you don't have the time for love and you still want love. If you want love, you're going to have to make the time for it. You can't be doing everything and then neglect or ignore the person you love. Everything has to be a good balance. There seems to be some sort of an imbalance in your relationships. Also, for some of you, I'm sensing that there is some level of deception that is there. This could be that you are deceiving yourself. You feel that you want something in a relationship, and then when you get that, you're not happy. You're not happy because then you feel that's not what you wanted. And this whole confusion is happening because you are not clear on what you want from yourself or your partner or a relationship. So that is what you need to clear out first. And if there are any misunderstandings that are happening right now in your relationship, please sit down and clear out all that deception. Please do not be deceptive towards your partner or allow your partner to be deceptive towards you. I would like to say here that deception doesn't mean that you are cheating on your partner, or you are, not, deception can mean that you have not shared yourself fully with the person also. I know there are things which, only a person is entitled to, which is, it's yours, it's personal, and nobody on the world or in this planet needs to know about certain things, or who you are. There is a 10% of yourself that you can keep truly to yourself only. But what I'm trying to say here is that, allow, even if you don't reveal yourself to the other person, your nature, what you want, what you don't want, your likes, your dislikes, how you understand things, what is your outlook on life, that is also a kind of deception, because you are not sharing your dreams or your visions or your aspirations with your partner. And that is a very crucial aspect of a relationship. So suppose you are somebody who, who hurts very easily, you need to let the other person know that you are hurting, or something they did you didn't like, or something that they did that you didn't agree with, or what you did they didn't agree with. So you have to connect with each other. If you don't have a connect and you don't have a synergy, your relationship is going to go under a lot more stress. Also, for those of you who are single, please enter into relationships where you feel a connect, and you don't enter relationships that are empty, that are emotionally barren. Find somebody that you can truly share experiences with. Don't just get into, because when you get into relationships that you don't connect with, where you're constantly compromising, you feel like you're not yourself anymore, or the relationship is just on a standby. Guys, you are doing a lot of emotional damage, not just to yourselves but to other people involved in the relationship as well. So this is what I'm trying to say, okay, that please be very clear with what you want in your relationships. And I would want to say one more point here, that this is not just for people in a love interest. This could also mean that you have people that you love around you, and the equation that you share with the people around you, which seems to be going under a lot of stress. Okay, guys, so that is something that you need to work on as well. So this is all that you have for your love reading, and let's look at a couple of general messages that you have today. So you have Dark Woman, you have Fire, you have Flowers, and you have the month of August. So for some of you, this month may be of crucial importance, the month of August. And what I'm sensing is that please stay away from toxic people, okay? This could be probably a toxic woman in your life. Sometimes we don't even realize we're surrounded with frenemies, friends who are our enemies, who don't give us the right advice, and who tend to be more toxic to us. So please be aware of these kind of people. And also, don't let your emotions go out of control. The reason your emotions are going out of control is because you're sweeping them under the mat and you're not addressing them. Whatever it is, get it out, clear it, confront it yourself, and then bring it to the notice or attention of others as well. Okay, guys? Because otherwise it's going to go out of proportion and it's going to eat you up emotionally. Okay, and spend time and do things that give you happiness. Spend time with people that give you happiness, places that give you happiness, do things that give you happiness. Guys, overall from this reading, group 2, I feel like you have emotionally depleted yourself. You are giving away so much. There's so much of heartbreak and disappointment, and a sense of loss and sorrow, that you guys really need to replenish your emotional and mental state of being, and your emotions is what is causing this negative ripple effect in the rest of your life, when it is in a relationship or it is in finances. This reading is truly a call for pulling your power back, and doing what it is that is necessary for you, not getting into more toxicity, not compromising on the things you like, you love, you believe in, standing up for yourself. So, guys, this is an open advice that you need to take back your power, and you need to understand yourself on a lot more levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? And once you have cleared all these emotions, you will find yourself in a whole new, reinvented way, totally transformed, and you will be able to go through life in a much better way. All right, guys. And I don't see you struggling with this, because you seem to be, the kind of people who are live and let live, learn and let go. So please learn from your past mistakes and learn from your experiences and let them go. And don't continue to hurt in your heart anymore. Okay, guys, so that's it from me today for group 2. Please let me know how you like this reading, what resonated in the comment section. And if you like this reading, please do like this video and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. And I really hope that this reading helped you and is helping you move ahead in your life, and that you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye. Hi, group 3. So you are the group who has picked pile number 3, which is the yellow lily. So let's look at what cards and messages you have for today. So we'll begin with looking at your tarot cards. You have the Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the King of Cups. Okay. So what I'm getting right now is there's a lot of movement in your life, and along with that there's also a sort of restlessness that's going on within you. You feel like, you want to get up, you want to get out there, you're tired of sitting, you're tired of waiting, you're tired of the way things are, and you seem to be a very goal oriented kind of a person. You're always chasing after something. It's always, once you achieve it, it's always what's next after this, what's next. And you're very quick people. And also I feel that you have a very optimistic outlook towards life, so which is really great. And also what I want to tell you is that you have a lot of good things coming your way. I mean, all the dark times are behind you, and finally things are going to look up for you now. So also I'm sensing that some of you in the past, you've been so quick with everything, so much of pressure, so much of hastiness, to get things done. You don't always have to be in a hurry. Things can get done, but you don't have to. You don't have to behave like you're a hamster in a wheel. And don't hurry yourself and hurry other people also. Things can be done in a more stable and in a more steady pace as well. So this is what you need to learn. And what I'm also sensing is, over a period of time, some of you have understood this, that there's no need to chase after things, to run after things, to hurry yourself, hurry people, like as if it's the end of the world, which it isn't. So take things, at a steady pace, with a deep breath, and go ahead with your life. Also, I'm getting is that please use your intuition when it comes to things. Lead with your heart, because that is very important. You never go wrong when you lead with your heart. So please, if any of you have been ignoring where your heart is taking you, please don't do that, guys. And yes, some of you over a period of time have figured out that there's no need to rush into things, and you do take a time to sit down and think through what you are going through and how you wish to move forward, and then you move swiftly into execution or carrying out your plans or your ideas and your goals. So that is the space that you should be in. So those of you who are in that space, please stay in that space. Those of you who are making quick hasty decisions and just moving and hurrying yourself, hurrying people, creating so much of stress, so much of pressure, guys, there's no need to do that, because things are looking up for you. And it's there's a bright road ahead, so you have nothing to worry about, and there's no need to hurry to getting somewhere. You will get where you're supposed to get, you will get where you want to get, but there's no need to go through it like an expressway. They say you're supposed to enjoy the journey more than the destination. And in this habit of hurrying, you are missing so many beautiful experiences that are coming your way. You are missing so many people, you're missing so many circumstances, you're missing so many memories, experiences, so much of it. So don't do that. Take life at a steady, easy pace that is comfortable for you and for others. Okay, guys, don't rush into anything, and keep that positive, optimistic outlook towards life, because there is a purpose for you, there is a purpose for everybody always, but especially group 3. You always feel the need to live a purposeful life. So when you lead with your heart, please know that you are fulfilling that purpose, or you are working towards what your purpose is, you know. So let's move on to what your self analysis reading is. So you have a cape, and you have life is speeding up. See, this is confirming again what I told you, that there's a lot of movement happening in your life right now. You have set healthy boundaries, think on your feet, and life is a mystery. Okay, guys, again, this is confirming the tarot cards and is telling you what are the things that you give importance to in your life, And if you do give importance to that, why aren't you stopping, pausing, and spending time with it? Why are you hurrying through everything, Why don't you look at, in this, why don't you change your approach to things, that say, if you're in a mode where, I'm doing so much for the people I love, but then you're not spending your time with the people you love, as a result, you're doing exactly the opposite of what you want to do. So say, for example, if you are trying to earn, and for your family or your loved ones, you're so busy earning and setting things right, that you're missing every beautiful moment with the people you love, and then you don't want to end up at the end of the road not having all of that, growing more distant from the people you love, and then realizing, I did so much for everybody, I sacrificed my energy, my time, and and what for? Was it all worth it in the end? So please learn to stop, take a pause, take a breath, sink in the moment, sink in the scenery, and enjoy what you have. And giving gratitude to what you have is by giving it time. you know that is what you should be focusing on. And because you have a tendency of rushing in from one thing to the other, you may find yourself doing so many things all at once. What the cards in the universe today is telling you that you need to set a boundary, you need to allocate your time and your energy equally among everything. And if you can't do it equally, then at least learn to prioritize with where you need to give yourself most. Okay, and no matter how much you know, no matter how quick you try to do things, work never gets over, guys. This is something you need to know. Everything in life is work. You have to work towards everything, be it your career, your finances, your love life, your kids, your business, yourself. Life is constantly a whole phase of work. So if you feel that, oh, if I do this a little more quicker, I'll get more time to do this, or I'll get more time to do that, that is not the mindset that you need to be in right now. You need to know that, yes, I need to do A and B and C, but at the same time, I need to give my time also to A, B, and C. And you cannot allow different areas of your life to interfere and eat up time from other things. You can't allow your work life to eat into your relationship, you can't allow your relationship to eat into your career, and so on and so forth. And you should also know that no amount of planning is enough, because that hinders the very basic balance of life, that yin and yang, and each of it has the seed of the other. So that is where the mystery comes from. If you are always ready and always prepared for everything, then where is the mystery in life? And what you need to know is that you can't always be, even if you feel you are ready in your life, something or some circumstances will always pop up in your life where you feel, oh, I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect this to happen. And that is continually going to keep happening in your life, because life unfolds as you get there. Nothing is always so pre planned, and fixed for anybody. That's when you learn, that's when you grow. So the only thing that the cards are telling you today is that if you cannot speed up things, you need to have a presence of mind. You need to align yourself first. And when you have a presence of mind, no matter what life throws at you from this mysteriousness, you're going to be ready for it. You're going to be ready for everything, and you're going to feel prepared for everything. No amount of mastery over anything you know or you've learned is going to work if you don't have presence of mind. you know so align yourself. The only way you can be ready for something is if you're in tune with your own nature, if you're in tune with your intuition, with your heart, and your heart will tell you what to do next and how to do it and when to do it. Okay, so this is the learning that you need to know for today, and this is what the self analysis you have to work on according to the cards and the universe. And if any of you are getting into a rat race, please ask yourself why, for what. Is it really worth it? Ask your heart, is that rat race something you really want to be in? Because this is giving you an opportunity to break away from that rat race. Is it something that you really want to do? Is it what your heart is saying? That's something you need to think about. Okay, so this is what your cards are saying for analyzing yourself. Let's look at what the cards are saying for your career. So you have the Merchant, Mercury, you have the Great Nurturer, you have Critics, outsider, aloneness, and rebel. Okay, so one thing I'm getting very evidently is that you focus a lot on your career, which is not bad, it's a great thing. But somehow you're focusing on something that isn't giving you enough fulfillment. Some of you are even questioning your path, you're wondering whether this is where you should be, and that's what I said here, where think on your feet, and with life is speeding up, I did say that, is this where you want to be? Is this how you want it to be? Is it really worth it? And now these cards are further confirming that you feel like that. Some of you are feeling like, it's the end of the road for you. Like some of you are exhausted, you're tired of going ahead. You don't know, some of you may even be feeling very directionless, you know so you need to think about the career choices that you've made. Well, what I'm also getting here is that you can have two unrelated alternate careers, like they say, one for the kitchen and one for the soul. So you may be the bread earner in the family. Okay, so if you feel like you are the only person responsible for the finances in your house, and you're the only one, who is taking the charge of, keeping your kitchen running and keeping the bills paid and all of that, and this is burdening you, I the cards now suggest and advise you to look for something that you do for yourself also. you know Take a break, take a pause, see what is it that you want to do yourself. Well, it could be anything. You could want to garden, you could want to paint, you could want to become a counselor or a life coach. Something that is more fulfilling, something that is bringing you fulfillment, so you don't feel like you have neglected your duties or responsibilities, but at the same time you haven't neglected your own needs and your own purpose of being of service to people at large. you know Also, I'm getting vibes that you have a lot of opportunities ahead of you to do what you want to do. Nothing is stopping you. If you have felt in the past that I don't have time and I don't have the energy or I don't have the money, I would want to tell you that this is only in your head. There is nothing like that happening right now. Whether you have a full-time job and you want to pursue a business, you can do that. If you have a business and you want to do, you want to work in simultaneously in an NGO, or you want to be of service, please go ahead and do that. You have a plethora of opportunities coming your way and staring at you in the face to do exactly what you have been longing to do for all these years. Okay. Also, for some of you, I feel like you are not in a great place right now. You don't feel happy where you are financially, career wise. You're feeling like it's the end of the road. So that's what I'm saying. Stop running, stop being in that rat race. It's because you're not getting that sense of fulfillment that you want. Also, I want to tell some of you is that, if you are doing anything that is against your own values and ethics in terms of work, please be on guard. That is going to land you in trouble. Okay, please stay away from any sort of politics going on in business, in the office. That is definitely going to cause you harm, and I see that very evidently going around you right now as well. And another thing I would want to say is that while you're so busy speeding up with things, please don't reveal your plans to other people, because not everyone may be supportive of what you want to do, and not everyone around you currently is what you suppose them to be. Okay, they're all hiding behind masks. So, can you see this card? That's exactly what's happening. So you don't have to tell people what you intend to do or what you plan to do. Please keep your ideas and your thoughts to yourself and execute them independently. I'm getting a lot of vibes of being an entrepreneur and entrepreneurial vibes. So if that's a route that you would like to take, please go ahead and do that. Allow your heart to guide you. Again, I'm repeating this. I repeated it with the first set also, and I'm repeating this again. Please follow your heart. Your heart will take you where it's supposed to take you, okay? And for some of you, if you don't know what to do, you have a little bit of soul searching to do. If you're not fulfilled in what you're currently doing, do a bit of soul searching, and I guarantee you, you will find the answer as to what you want to do. What is it that you want to do? What is it that makes your heart fleet? What is it that you feel you can do 24/7 without anybody telling you to do it or without anybody pressurizing you to do it? Guys, you feel that you are financially not in a good place is only because of your lack of action. Nothing is stopping you from getting up and getting out there. Let me tell you this. Okay, and whatever this phase is of financial loss or a financial crunch, or that cut in the paycheck or whatever it is, this situation is temporary. It is not going to last, and while you are undergoing some financial issues, you still have opportunities to do something else and make a living out of that. It may not be as substantial as what you are currently getting, but it will get there. Can you see this card? Look at this card. Look at what a beautiful card it is. So please have the faith that you will be able to make money, you will be able to make more of it. Okay? And when it comes to work, your work, please learn to be diplomatic. Do not be deceptive, be diplomatic, and do not reveal your plans and your course of actions, your ideas, your intentions to other people, because you are going to get some sort of negativity from there. You may get people backstabbing you, taking your ideas and running away, or not supporting you, and you don't want to get into this kind of a situation. You are an optimistic person by nature. Keep that optimism even in your career, your business, your wealth, and your finances. So that's it for me for your financial and business and career reading. Let's look at what you need to look at in terms of health. Let's put these away. There, see again. Every card is telling you to follow your heart and listen to your intuitive feelings. Okay, guys, so now I'm sensing that you're going through a lot of stress, anxiety. Again, I see that you have almost just, broken down. You're so burnt out, so physically tired. And this is all again because you are not bringing that balance in your life. You're not bringing that balance between work, relationships, your own needs, and everything, and that is causing even more stress. And I have told you that there is no need to stress, because you have the power in your hand to balance everything. And see, I was talking about the mystery in life. Here you have it again, the yin and the yang. So you have to go through life with that inner strength and inner wisdom. All is not lost yet. And this period you guys are facing a lot of mental breakdown, a lot of anxiety. You're constantly worried about what's going to happen. and this can probably even bring a relapse of some kind of physical condition or illness that you had. And you may be having loss of sleep. It's throwing your entire body out of balance. Some of you may be having some hormonal balance. Somebody can be You might be having problems of acidity, because you're not doing things on time. So it is throwing your entire system off track, guys. And it's not the external, to a large extent, that's responsible for your current situation. It is the internal, how you process things, how you digest things, that is affecting you a lot. So I would say take a break, sit down physically, mentally. Guys, you really have to pause from all these cards that I'm getting, irrespective of whether it is your self analysis or your current situation or your career. What I'm getting is you need to take a break. You need to take a physical and mental break. Sit down, relax, breathe, gather your strength, and go out there again with real zeal and vigor, and know that you will conquer and achieve whatever it is that you set your mind to. Okay, guys, so there is no need to go through so much stress and so much anxiety and so much nervousness and being burnt out. Just take time, spend time with yourself, your loved ones, friends, family, whoever it is. Think, look at what you want to do, what you wanted to do, or if you have chosen career paths or people, because somebody else told you to do, what is it that you want to do for a change? Think about that, and hopefully your health situation will definitely improve. And another thing I want to tell group 3 is that if you have any gut feeling about some problem in your body, please go with that gut feeling and go and consult the right people, the counselor or a doctor or a physician or somebody, because if you're feeling it, it probably is wonky. Okay, there is some problem. So it could be anything. It could be something with your nerves, it could be something with your organs, it could be your skin, it could be your loss of hair, it could be anything, guys. If you are feeling that something is off in your body, it really is off. So please don't delay any further. When you're so quick with everything else, please don't not be quick here. Okay, so please go and seek out the help you need, get the necessary medical assistance that you feel you need, just to be doubly sure, because this is indicating a lot of problem. Okay, so this is what I have today for you for your health reading. Let's look at your love life and what the universe has to say for that. Okay, so you have secrecy, you have new beginning, you have letting go, and you have turning in. So what I'm getting for you guys is that a lot of you have let go of some relationship. You have let go of somebody in the past, or you have let go of your past as well. Some of you have let go of certain experiences that you felt with a certain person, and you're trying to start over new. Some of you could be turning over a new leaf with the same person, and some of you could be entering into a new relationship with a new person entirely. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of growth and a lot of healing happening in your love life. And you should know that whatever happened in the past with your partner, things can be mulled over if you talk about it. And if you've had any fights or arguments or any kind of trauma in your relationship, it has only been because of secrecy. Okay, there has been something that has you have kept from the person, or the other person has kept from you. So guys, not having secrets in a relationship is not very good all the time. Okay, so also it can be because some of you have faced deception or cheating also, which is why your past relationships have broken. So please be aware of that, and you need to ask yourself, what is it that you want? Why do you easily get swayed by other people and what they're saying? Why should other people decide the kind of partner or companion that you're supposed to be with? you know And in the past, also, secrets have harmed your relationship. Whatever it is, this is a calling to confess. Please make the necessary confessions. Okay, stop listening and please stop taking advice from other people on your relationship. So, some of you, your relationship has gone through trauma because of you or the other person listening to somebody else giving so called advice on how you should be or you should take this relationship forward. Okay, guys, stop doing that. Okay, also, I'm getting some of you, you are regretting your mistakes in the past. Your partner could be regretting the mistakes they have made, which is why some of you have left them, or you've made mistakes, and which is why your partner has left you. Okay, I'm getting somebody leaving this relationship. Some of you may also have, be in a situation where you're thinking about leaving the relationship, or your partner is thinking about leaving this relationship. Guys, this entire thing is only happening because of secrecy and interference from people outside. These two factors are the only things that are hampering this relationship. But you should know that your relationship can be rescued also. You have a lot of sitting and contemplating to do with your actions, their actions, the way you've both acted, reacted to each other. Let's not behave so immaturely in a relationship. Whoever it is you or it is your partner. Get things cleared out. Okay, guys, even for those of you who are single, you have not had a great ex relationship before. So, clear out all the muck from your system, learn from your past mistakes before getting into a new relationship. Also, I'm getting some of you have been fantasizing. Please come to terms with reality when it comes to a love relationship. If you are constantly fantasizing about something that is not true, your relationship is going to end. So if you find yourself constantly fantasizing about things, about the way you want your partner to be, maybe you want them to look better or look thinner, or be more understanding, or be I don't know, something that they're not, then you're in trouble, because you got into a relationship with somebody who you think they are but they're not, again bringing you to the point of secrecy. So, guys, please don't fantasize, and please be very practical, realistic, and idealistic about your relationships. Okay, don't have unrealistic demands in your relationships. Okay, I'm sensing a lot of work that needs to be going into your love relationships currently. Okay, guys, so please be a little more mature, please be a little more understanding. Don't cheat on each other, don't be deceptive, don't have secrets. Please talk to each other openly. And if you clear all this out, if you haven't already broken up with your partner, I'll give it to you in writing, you will be on a entirely new journey with the same person in the most beautiful manner. And if you have broken off with your partner and you are single right now, then please clear out all that muck that you had, which caused your previous relationship to break. Because if you continue that, you're going to continue a pattern, okay, which is not very great for you, and the same thing is going to happen again, all over again. So please stay clear from all that. So this is as far as your love messages and reading goes. Let's look at a couple of your general messages and what they have to say. Okay, so you have career, you have November. Again, see, I see so much of movement everywhere, so much of letting go of old patterns and old ways. And you have rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Guys, this is pointing out to your love reading. Please do not have unrealistic demands or fantasies as far as your love life is concerned. Okay, and for some of you, the month of November is very crucial. This could mean maybe you'll turn over an entirely new leaf in the month of November, or after, or once the month of November starts. So this could be, you may start a new career, a new job, a new business. You could move in, you could change places, your house. You could maybe enter into a new relationship. Okay, so whatever it is, you will be entering a new phase in your life. And I also feel right now probably is not the best time, especially if you're single, until you've cleared all your own toxic energy out. It's best to focus a little bit more on your career in terms of soul searching. What is it that you really want to do? So, and I feel in the coming few weeks and months, career is going to be more important to you and have more of a say in your life. So that's all from me today, and I hope these readings have been helpful. And please let me know in the comment section what resonated with you and if you like the readings. And if you want to if you want to see more pick a card readings, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also follow me on Instagram. So that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.